After a chaotic Las Vegas Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz find themselves at the center of a brewing storm. With emotions running high and tempers flaring, their radio exchanges revealed deeper frustrations surrounding Ferrari's strategy decisions. Let's break down how this drama unfolded lap by lap and explore whether Ferrari is truly to blame, or if this is just the cost of having two ultra-competitive drivers in the same team. This wasn't just a setback for Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship race. It became a glaring example of how internal tensions and questionable decision-making can fracture a team from within. We'll analyze the race, controversies, and how Ferrari's struggles compare to their rivals heading into the season's final stretch. Starting fifth on the grid, Charles Leclerc entered the race with a clear plan: attack early, gain track position, and fight for the podium. He delivered in the opening laps, swiftly overtaking Pierre Gasly and launching a bold move on Carlos Sainz to claim third by lap 10. Leclerc was on fire, overtaking Gasly and pressuring George Russell for the lead. But his aggressive approach came at a cost. Pushing too hard soon led to rapid tire degradation. Ferrari called him in on lap 15, switching to hard tires in an attempt to undercut rivals. Rejoining in sixth, Leclerc lost the track position he'd fought so hard to gain. From there, Leclerc's race turned into an uphill battle. As his frustration grew, so did his agitated radio messages. His early confidence shifted into irritation as he struggled to maintain pace with worn tires, while his teammate closed in. Carlos Sainz, starting third, appeared to play the long game. While Leclerc surged forward, Sainz conserved his tires, maintaining a steady rhythm and banking on strategy, playing a pivotal role on the abrasive Vegas circuit. By lap 20, Sainz seemed the smarter driver. His tire management kept him competitive while others, including Leclerc, began to falter. But when Ferrari brought him in for his first stop, he rejoined just behind Leclerc. The stage was now set for the defining battle of Ferrari's night. Locked in a tight duel, Ferrari issued a now infamous team order: Carlos has been told not to overtake. Just take care of your tires. The intent was clear. Ferrari wanted to avoid an intra-team clash, but the execution was disastrous. Sainz, feeling faster and more confident, ignored the directive and passed Leclerc on lap 44 in a move that stunned fans and his teammate alike. Leclerc's sarcastic radio reply, "Maybe try in Spanish," said it all. The tension boiled over after the race, with Leclerc unleashing a torrent of frustration. "Yeah, I did my job, but being nice screws me over all the time." All the time. Even Sainz, usually more reserved, expressed irritation. Post-race interviews revealed his frustration with being held back by team orders that implied he should sacrifice his race for his teammate. The final results saw Sainz finish third and Leclerc fourth, 3 seconds behind. On paper, it was a decent points haul for Ferrari, beating both McLarens and closing the gap to Mercedes in the constructors' standings. Yet the damage to team morale was undeniable. Both drivers were visibly frustrated, not just with each other, but with the team. For Leclerc, it was another instance of Ferrari's strategy costing him a shot at glory. For Sainz, it was about the irritation of being asked to hold back when he believed he was the faster driver. Their radio messages and body language painted a picture of growing resentment, directed not just at Ferrari's leadership but also at each other. At the heart of the Las Vegas drama wasn't just the rivalry between Leclerc and Sainz, but the strained communication and decision-making from Ferrari's pit wall. Race engineer Xavier Marcos Padros and team principal Fred Vasseur found themselves in the spotlight. Leclerc's frustration was palpable during multiple radio exchanges with Marcos. As he emerged from his second pit stop, battling Sainz, Marcos's calm instruction, "Carlos has been told not to overtake. Just take care of your tires," felt detached. When Sainz ignored the order and overtook, Leclerc's sarcastic reply, "Maybe try in Spanish," revealed his growing distrust in the pit wall's communication. Post-race, Marcos's attempts to soothe Leclerc's frustration with reminders like, "You did the right thing for the team," only inflamed the situation further, met with expletive-laden replies from Leclerc. Meanwhile, Sainz's race engineer remained notably quiet during the late race drama. Fans speculated whether Sainz had ignored orders independently or had tacit approval. This communication gap only added to the perception of disarray on Ferrari's pit wall. Team principal Fred Vasseur intervened late, addressing Leclerc directly with Charles, in what seemed a desperate attempt to regain control. It came across as reactive rather than proactive leadership. Since taking charge, Vasseur has promised to tackle Ferrari's long-standing strategy issues. Yet this race underscored how little progress has been made. The lack of clear team orders, the failure to manage drivers' competitive instincts, and the reactive approach to strategy highlight systemic problems. Vasseur's post-race comments, praising both drivers while skirting the team's errors, left many questioning whether he can handle the egos and ambitions of two elite competitors. In stark contrast, rivals like Red Bull executed flawless strategies, with Max Verstappen claiming another dominant victory. Mercedes, despite being slower, managed their drivers effectively, avoiding intra-team drama. Even McLaren, struggling for outright pace, showed a level of cohesion Ferrari could only envy. This isn't the first time Ferrari's strategy has been criticized this season. From poor pit calls to inconsistent team orders, the Scuderia continues to be in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Compared to Red Bull's precision, Mercedes' calculated decisions, and McLaren's steady development, Ferrari looks increasingly chaotic. With 2 races left, Ferrari remains in contention for second place in the Constructors' Championship. But at what cost? The growing tension between Leclerc and Sainz, combined with Ferrari's inability to manage its drivers, threatens to derail their progress entirely.